Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Mickayla Fatovic, and I'm the broker owner of Elite Class Property Management and Real Estate Company.
And I'm Tammer, Fakhry, broker owner of Elite Mortgage. And we're going to talk to you guys today about getting ready to sell your property. It's an interesting time to think about that. Market's a little, things are a little stagnant, but you still got to get your property ready to sell. So what are you recommending for people to do to get their properties ready to sell?
Basically, we have to adapt to what's going on in the market right now. It's very stressful because I've had several people cancel in like the last 3 weeks. It's been very interesting. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that housing is still expensive. It's really difficult to sell right now. Houses are sitting on the market for months instead of days. 6 months ago, they were still flying off pretty fluidly. And today, at least in Florida, Brevard County, like the houses are just stagnant for the most part, unless it's like a steal of a deal or a beautiful home and it's like affordable. People are just not dealing with it anymore. You're not seeing the bid wars. You're not seeing any of this BS that we're seeing when the pandemic first started. So I would say the most important thing is showcasing, right? So you have to showcase your property. Has to be very, very like well done. If it's not, it's just going to not go for you at all. You have to make sure that you are marketing your property now. It's not just like, hey, throw it up on the NMLS and that's that. Like you actually have to market it. You have to reach out to people. You have to do word of mouth. You have to email. It's just like a lot of stuff is going on. And
so interesting. Let me ask you a question about that, because I noticed the last year, right? Like you said, people were just throwing their properties on the MLS and things were flying off the shelf, especially up here in like New Jersey, right? Most houses were under contract in 48 hours. But when you're talking about marketing, you're talking about staging photos, videos, websites created specifically for the property. Is that correct?
yeah, that's correct.
No, I ask, and it's interesting because that's
I
one
failed.
that's one of the things that we actually do for our partner agents, right? So our agent partners, we actually have these things where we create flyers that end up being social media posts that we could do, helping them showcase the properties, as well as actually create a standalone website for them, for the property to help market it even further. So it is important, right? It's important that real estate agents have to think about it differently. Owners have to start thinking about it differently, right? Like you can't just like not paint your house and go, oh, look, I'm going to sell it and it looks like crap.
I mean, or you could paint your house and do one of those really ugly orange yellow tones. Please just stay away from the yellow tones right now. Okay. If you're going to go like the extra mile and be like, listen, I'm painting my house before I throw it on the market, go with like a white or a gray or a blue, because it makes the photos look very nice and dimensional. And like, I don't know, maybe update the cabinetry a little bit, because when we have the 2000s early builder grade quality going up for like the new construction prices, it's just not working. And people are getting upset by it. They're like, I don't understand why my house is not selling. And I'm like, well, it's probably because you're, it's just a little bit out of date and you're asking for the same exact amount as like a new construction. And, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, the reality is, let's just talk about reality, right? The prices are down, right? And either they're down or they're stagnant. And if they're stagnant, you're getting longer sitting periods, right? That's the reality. So they got to be ready to negotiate, right? Now it's like, I can't just throw it on the market for what I want and I know I'm going to get above asking. In fact, the reality is, if you get asking, you're lucky. And the reality is you're probably going to have to sell it for below asking, assuming you get offers coming in on it. That being said, right, with the interest rates, the fact that you're getting somebody who's interested in it, they're going to want you to help them with their closing costs, right? Provide seller concessions. So you got to be ready to play the game where you're pricing correctly with the ability and the willingness to bring down what you're actually going to take home, because you have to help that seller, that buyer, be able to afford and get into that house right now. So what do you think top 3 things sellers could do, either mentally or actually to the property, to just get ready to sell it?
So the first thing I would have to say is, if you're going to be like preparing your house and you're going to go the extra mile and like paint your house, do blue, gray, white tones. and like maybe a cream is okay too. Stay away from oranges, stay away from like really anything that's just not neutral at this point. Neutral colors are doing really good right now on selling, especially the blues and the grays. And just be aware of the fact that people are probably not going to go into a house with green carpet and orange walls and go, wow, I'm going to pay $500,000 for this. Like, it's just not going to happen. Maybe last year it would have, this year it's not. So that's number one. Number two, curb appeal kind of goes into number one. But also just really emphasize on the fact that you're taking care of the property. That's something that needs to be marketed. And number two, I would have to say, is work with somebody who actually knows what they're doing, that's going to market the property, has a good name, is reputable, and is willing to work with you for a prolonged amount of time. And do not, oh my gosh, number three, do not jump on and off the market switching realtors. It looks bad. It looks so bad, especially when it's like, It makes your listing look really unreliable. And it's just, it's not a good look. So really go above and beyond before you list to ensure that you're with the company that you want to be with for like a year. And I know that's like kind of silly, but at the same time, like the houses are just sitting. I've had a house sit for like 6-7 months already. And it's just like, what are you doing? What's going on with this? And it's literally just the market where that house is. It's not a booming market right now. So you have to prepare for the worst and have a team that is someone that you're going to stick with.
Well, for me, I think to your point, I think you have to be mentally prepared for the fact that it's no longer the market that it was, right? So you might get multiple offers, but it might take some time. You might not get any offers, which just tells you the market's talking to you. So be prepared for the fact that it's no longer days to be under contract, right? It's weeks or months. Two, be ready to negotiate, right? You're going to have to negotiate concessions. You're going to have to negotiate repairs that have to be made. You're just going to have to negotiate. It's no longer, again, a seller's market. It is definitely shifting to a buyer's market. And finally, and most importantly, definitely make sure you're working with a good professional who is going to take care of you and give you the attention and your house the attention that it needs, because it does require an actual professional real estate agent who knows how to market a property now, right? It's not enough to just throw it out there and hope for the best. You got to actually work to sell those listings. So I think with that being said, I think these are the things that you really need to think about with getting ready to sell your property.
So guys, I just wanted to say thank you for watching our video. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. Anything you want to say that comes to your mind, maybe some stories that you want to share to help a seller sell their property, maybe what has helped you. So thanks again, guys, and I really appreciate you. And don't forget to subscribe and like our video and share it with your friends.
Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Bye.